Hello from me, and hello from a man outside called Tom, but he's on the phone at the moment, and he's rather busy, trying to get his little beardy bumps around a problem that seems to be occurring just at the moment. But he'll manage it, and thank you for the two people that happen to be joining me right at this very moment on this live stream with only 15 minutes notice. And one of those people is, in fact, there's only one person here, and that is Name Me minus one. How about that? Have I accidentally done a live stream just for channel members? I think that would be a bit unlikely, wouldn't it? 1 second, I need to do the old pug. It's not hay fever time just yet, but it's going to be on its way. And before you know it, I'll be live streaming. Yeah, it's a joke that I just made it up. It's cack, isn't it? Sorry about that. One of the reasons why wearing a microphone isn't so good with doing this kind of thing, because you would get the full nose blowing experience in your ear right there and then. Oh, and by the way, good news. Some good news for you. Oh, there's lots of good news today, and some rather irritating and bloody annoying news, which I might remember to come back to later on. But the good news, hang on. Oh yeah, that's it. I forgot what I was talking about then. The good news is that I have now figured out where I'm going wrong with live streams and with this orientation. Everybody's always having a go at me about it. Oh, why don't you have it in landscape rather than portrait? And every time I've tried, it's just gone wrong. But I've realised I did have this locked on portrait on the phone settings, so I've unlocked it. And so now, if I want to do live streams in landscape, I know I can do. And I was about to do it right up until the last moment when I thought about something. Yes, something's just occurred to me. You see, one of the reasons why I've been doing quite a few live streams recently is because it's bringing new people in, whereas the videos don't. And many of those people will end up becoming subscribers. Now, I believe, from what Boaty says, that the live streams are now coming up in the same category as shorts. So that means that they can be flicked through, and some will just join and watch, some will end up subscribing, etc. All of that stuff that possibly would not happen if it was on landscape. And so maybe the only reason these have actually happened in the first place is because of a mistake such as this.
You have the key from my rover, Paul.
Your rover. Look,
Yeah.
it's Tom.
It's Tommy Turbo.
Tommy Turbo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Tommy Turbo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Tommy Turbo. Look, it's there.
Oh, nice one, Paul.
Nice one. Oh, nice
Cheers,
one.
mate.
You got a cold cup of tea there when you want it. No, you wasn't expecting to see that, was you? Tommy Turbo. Tommy Turbo. Oh, oh, oh. He deserves his own song, doesn't he? I think he did. Oh shit, I just ripped the tea bag. Look at that. That's what you call bad news. But it's fine because the tea bag next to it didn't get ripped, and therefore it can be used. So there we go. That was a brief explanation as to why, even though I've figured out how this can be on landscape, I've chosen not to do it. And also because I think many people will be watching this on a mobile device rather than a big screen. That's the other thing I was thinking. And also, as well as this, until I've got an extra device I can monitor with, I'm reading comments from here at the distance of about 3 foot, where that's the perfect distance almost for me to be able to just about read them. Whereas if it's on landscape, the comments are smaller. At least I think they are. Or maybe you get more of them, I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. Not enough of that. No, more of that. More of that.
There we go.
So, on a previous live stream, I may have mentioned which I consider to be the perfectly acceptable thing of if you're on the live stream, why don't you like it? Even if you don't like it, because it could actually help. But then that lanky git of a mate of mine started harping on about, oh no, you don't want to be doing that. It's a bit like going into a restaurant and demanding that, I don't even know what he said. He just said something really rather obnoxious, which is typical of such a man. Now, if it wasn't for me doing that, he'd have thought, oh, that's a good idea. I think I did that myself. I think my impression of him is coming along a little bit. By the way, I wasn't planning on doing a live stream here today, but I thought, well, Tom's here. Tom's got stuff to do by himself out there. He's got all sorts of wiring issues to deal with, and I can't really help him with that. I'm best off just leaving him to it. And whilst I'm leaving him to it, I could just take the opportunity to see whether this would work again, as it did do a previous time, where lots of new people turn up and you've just got to tolerate the silly questions where they ask if I'm Scottish or not, or if I like boomerangs, or you know, is my name something else? I don't know. Just yeah, you just got to tolerate it. It's part. Oh, hang on. That's Boaty's just added a post. Well, I think he's tagged me in it. Untag me! Untag my face! My face does not need tagging with this. Whoa. I've come to work without any food today, which means I'm jolly hungry already. Anyway, enough of this shite. Let's see who is actually here today, because I've rambled on for about 7 minutes now without really acknowledging anything, because I think that's the start was. It looked like nobody was going to join, and that would be awfully lonely, wouldn't it? Name Me -1 is here, of course. Isaac Hunt, who says yo. Isaac Hunt is the man with absolutely bags of money but won't share any of it, but he's welcome to join and boast further if he really likes to do. I don't mind. I'm not jealous. And Dino Dad is here. Do they pronounce it Dino Dad or Dino Dad? That's what I want to know. Or just Ross. I pronounce Dino Dad as Ross. Hey, I'm here at last, he says, and welcome to the live stream. A live stream that, yeah, you may have missed a few, but as I've said, nobody's obliged. I don't expect anybody to just be here. That would be awfully rude of me, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. Ashley Stewart is here, who says afternoon. All right, Mucker says Isaac Hunt, and I do insist on pronouncing that name properly, because if he's going to have a name like Isaac Hunt and he's never changed it, then he would probably be rather offended by anybody that misses the H off of there and makes it sound like something a bit rude. If I was Isaac Hunt, I would not like that at all. So, Isaac, good on you for keeping your name. I mean, it's a brave man that would do that. Because I mean, the other thing is, you don't even have to keep that name. It might be your real name, but as far as YouTube purposes, you could pretend that you've got a different name to make it less embarrassing for you. But no, you've chosen to stick with it. And I'm gonna have to find a hat to doff. Oh, it's in the car over there. I'll get it afterwards, and I'll put it on and take it off and take my hat off to you. But for the moment, let's just have the imaginary hat doffing thing, so you can see how much I respect exactly that. Just bought 300 quid in stocks and shares, he says. Stocks and shares, 300 quid in stocks and shares as well. Not a small amount, and hopefully that will return you even more money than what you've actually got, and that would be rather fantastic, wouldn't it? Oh look, Neil Gibbons the Gibbonator is here. Lovely Neil Gibbons is here. He's another man who deserves his own song, isn't he? He's alright for a leg roll, man. He's got his own song, and he's had a variation of that song when he brought a rover down as well. It's about time I treated all of my friends and people here with some equality, I reckon. So I do apologise for not taking that any further. But what does he have to say for himself today? Let's find out. Hello, Captain Mustard. How are you, mate? Also, how do the chat? How do the chat? All right, how do chat? I'll help you out there. I reckon they're okay, and I'm okay as well. If not ever so slightly dehydrated. Yeah, I'm hungry. I might have mentioned that, but I'm going to mention it again. If I don't have any food, I get hungry. If I don't drink enough, I get thirsty. If I go for a poo too often, the toilet gets filled up with poo. You know how it works. There's no avoiding it. If you do something, it has a knock-on effect. If you don't do something, it has a knock-on effect.
Shall I try and give it a bit?
Can you hear him chatting away? He's on a phone call to a chap in Australia, some sort of consulting about one issue or another. The 500 brake horsepower Rover 25 project is going to be ongoing for quite a while, I think, because there's a lot more to it to make this ECU work in accordance to how it needs to work. Jimmy Quinn is here. Hello, Jimmy Quinn. How lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining. And Dino Dad or Dino Dad or Ross says, just about to head out. Oh, head to bed. Oh, well, another hour to stay up. And he laughs at that because he knows he should be off to sleep. Off to dinosaur sleep. And now I'm going to end up feeling bad that I'm keeping you awake. And I don't really want to feel bad, so I suggest you just go off and get some kit, mate. Unless you really want to stay here. Andrew Buttigieg. Hello, Captain Mustard, he says, and hello, Andrew Buttigieg. Working hard today, Mucker? Question mark. Sorry, no, I'm not really. I have somebody coming to buy a car today, and I have Tom here. I have a very grumpy neighbour. I don't know what he's grumpy about this time, but came in, opened the gate up, came through. Tom, like an idiot, right, parked his van where he does his turning spot thing, and I didn't think anything of it. And then suddenly he was at the gate. I said, "Oh, Tom, just move your van." He went, "Oh, right, it's all right then." No, just move it. And he came and he had a face like this. I said, "All right, mate." He went, "Yeah," like that. And Tom tried talking to him. Tom's a very chatty, nice man. Same thing. I mean, just all over him, just parking there momentarily. He moved it as soon as I told him to move it 3 or 4 times. That's the kind of thing I have to deal with here. But there's no getting around it. I just have to try and carry on being nice about it. For the days when he's chatty and talks to me about things I'm not interested in. So, yeah. Oh, and Steve Colg is here as well. And I think that's a wave, isn't it? I think he's doing that, which is very, very welcome. Hello, Steve. Hello, Tom Turbo, shouts Andrew Buttigieg. He's actually a lot more involved in this today than I was expecting him to be. He's probably going to have a rather frustrating day. It's going to be even more frustrating when I start going out and bugging him and asking him silly questions. Tony is here. Good afternoon, Mustard. Hope you're well. I am. Time for Tommy Turbo's adventures. It is. Oh, Barry Shippies. Now, Barry Shippies, welcome. You've been getting an awful lot of attention recently, haven't you? We're thinking of really extending the Barry Shippies song further and further. And in actual fact, so long as Boaty and I are together with other people, the song just has to come out. We can't help it. We cannot help it. So if in any way you find this song really irritating, tough luck, because we're going to carry on doing it anyway. But I hope you don't find it too irritating. I mean, somebody's going to go, "Oh, stop that stupid song. We've had enough of that now." Well, maybe, but we like doing it. But anyway, welcome to the live stream, Barry Shitpeas. And maybe some confusing your name with Shitpeas rather than Shitpeas. And I'm not. Dinosaur Dad, I'm Scottish and I like boomerangs. And the like boomerang. I'm Scottish and like boomerangs. Yeah, that is what he said. Right. Yep, I know you're Scottish.
I think that they just hold it out to see
Is that where all Scottish people end up when they like boomerangs? They have to go to Australia. Do they bother with boomerangs in New Zealand, by the way? Because as far as I know, the boomerang was actually a weapon, wasn't it, for catching flying objects, knocking them out of the sky. I don't think it's just a game, or maybe it is. I don't know. I like those boomerangs with the edges on, where you can cut people's fingers off, like in Mad Max. But I don't really think that they sell them legally. Pingu Concord is here. Good afternoon, Captain. Congratulations on your recent car reduction solutions. Oh yes. Now the video's going quite well, but I did hang on right to the very end, didn't I? Oh yes. The MGTF, in case you haven't seen it, I will spoil it because it's my video and I'm allowed to spoil it if I want to. The MGTF that has been in the yard since October 2022 and was sold to a man called Steve Berry, who genuinely is the motoring journalist that was on Top Gear, over a year ago, has finally gone. Yes, 2 chaps came yesterday, had a right arse picking it up, and it was quite late, but it's finally actually gone. Unbelievable. So congratulations to Steve, who now has an MGTF somewhere else. It will be getting fixed. They're going to fix it, and I hope he enjoys it. And you know, genuinely, a lot of people have been taking the mick, saying it'll never leave the yard and stuff, and I was wondering whether that was possibly the case. But I consider Steve to be a friend of mine these days because we've spoken on the phone so many times and we have a good conversation together, and I'm just glad that he's got it, and I hope it gets fixed and I hope he likes it. And I'll see him down here again quite soon for tea and biscuits. Right, so yeah, thank you very much for pointing that out. That is one of the good bits of news, because although it's a small car, it took up a full car space. And down at the bottom of the yard now, it's looking rather empty because I've done a bit of moving around. Maybe, well, also you might know that I think it's time to get back on with the big yard clear up. So I could do with a pair of wellies, really, a pair of wellies and some really thick gloves to beat my way through all the spiky, horrible stuff that keeps growing back. What would be the solution to getting rid of brambles once and for all? Because they take over, and they take over at such a speed, but with such stealth that you don't even notice it happening. There's great chunks of land over in the corner that are now buried in brambles, that if I look back on previous videos or photos, I can see, oh, I used to be able to park a car there and now I can't, which is rather irritating. Dinosaur Dad, can Tommy do any songs from the Happy Mondays? Sounds a bit like Sean Ryder. Yeah, well, he would do, wouldn't he? Because where did Sean Ryder come from? Did he come from Oldham? He might have done. He's definitely got that kind of voice anyway. Stephen Collishaw, tell Tom to put his ass crack away. I'll tell him.
Yeah, I could do, yeah.
Oh, he's got it comes up now. Anyway, Steve, good to have you here, mate. Hope to see you again soon. And Steve, I don't know whether I can tell anyone about this, so I'll let you tell them if you want to do. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it at that. And Turbo says Pingu Concord, which is rather nice. It's rather welcoming of him, isn't it? I'm sure you'll like that. All right, now Tom's genuinely quite busy over there as well, because he's got what might be considered a small job to do, but when you put in wires together that weren't originally there and the wiring looms are completely different, it's a job you can easily get completely wrong. So he's got to actually properly concentrate. Cheeseburger is here. Afternoon, Captain. Hello, Cheesy. And hello. Oh, there we go. Now then, Captain, says Hairy Snid. doing his best Allegro Man impression. I'm determined Allegro Man, like many of the others, will become a bit of a sensation. So many people really like him, and he will. Allegro Man will have his own YouTube channel soon, I'm sure of it. I reckon he'd be very well suited to just his little snippets that he tends to send me, like the bits that he put in, I put in the video. And I reckon if he did a YouTube channel, he'd get a massive chunk of subscribers straight away. Who reckons that would be the case? And I've got the cheer. I got an itchy. That didn't help. And name me -1. Congrats on getting rid of the TF, and congrats is exactly what's necessary. It's a shame. Hopefully it will work out, because it was a jolly nice car to drive, and it's just weird how that that clutch arm just went wrong after he'd already bought it. I wonder what would have happened if he'd have taken it straight away. Isaac Hunt, we ran out of food yesterday, so I borrowed some herbs from off our neighbour. Oh, right, okay, well that's good. Well, herbs make food taste nicer, don't they? But they're not really food in themselves. And you need. What kind of a meal would that be? What are we having for tea? What are we going to have for supper? What are we going to have for lunch or dinner? Whatever. What should we have for breakfast? How about a big bowl of herbs? Ah, right. That might be a bit too much flavour. That's the trouble. It's just flavour, isn't it? But no real sort of substance. He said, I'm living on... Oh, right, okay. He was ready for a joke. That's the trouble. I'm living on borrowed time. Does that joke really work unless you say it? Because you know, once you write it down, you can see the difference in the spelling. Then it kind of just yeah. Right. Whilst you've all got time on your hands, let's consider this. How many cups of tea am I going to drink today? Well, the answer is I'm going to make this the last one. No, I'm not. Aiden739, wasn't you in one of the previous live streams? And you'll have to forgive me for forgetting some people, because there are so many of them, and obviously there are names that pop up that I'm in regular contact with that I'm never really likely to forget, like Dino Dad or Pingo Concord or even Cheeseburger, come to think of it. But some I can get mixed up with other names because they're a bit like another name. And when you're dealing with hundreds of them, it's kind of easy to do. So what have you got to say for yourself? Hello, been watching for a while. I don't know, is it? Been watching for a while. I really like the videos. Do you have or know of anyone selling a diesel MGZR or 25 power steering hose? Thanks. No, I don't think I do actually. I'm sorry about that. I did have one myself, but I think Pure Evil's got it. Or has he? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this live stream will go on for until the grumpy git comes back, and he'll probably complain he can hear me talking through the wall. Right. Good cheese, and I'm currently tinkering with the Codfather, says Pingu Concord, which, of course, the Codfather, a previous Mustard and Boaty car, sold to Pingu Concord a few months back. That was the one with the suspected head gasket, but was showing intermittent issues, and Pingu drove it all the way back to Kent without losing any coolant at all. Yet, I don't know how it is at the moment. When you start it from cold, it would lose a little bit. It seemed to stop losing it once it got warm. But anyway, clearly it's doing at some point, as they all seem to do. I bet it's got one of those multi-layer gaskets on it, and that's why. Son of Jack, 71. Now that's a name I recognise and I know very well. And I've met in person. Many of the people I've met in person, they should have a little badge next to them. And Son of Jack is one of those. Afternoon, I see young Nigel looking nice and shiny in the background. Yeah, he is. Although it's not really been in the dirt since it's been last washed, and it's just had various bits of things here and there, slowly but surely buffed up further and further. Yesterday I did a bit on the red door, just a bit on the red door, that's it. I didn't even do any videoing of it because I want the result to be finished as a bit of a surprise, although on video you can't really tell. And as well as that, now the plan was to do a little bit every day, every other day during the month of February, and then it could come out of the lockup and go, get it, look at me, and then you go, oh yeah, it looks the same as before. But I would know some of the scratches have been removed. I would know it's had a full, very careful detail and machine polish. I would know that, and I'd feel happier about it. But it's all taken a bit longer than I was expecting, really, and I keep getting into it with other things. Aidan tried Joseph Lloyd for a diesel. Yeah, for a diesel. Joseph Lloyd doesn't like diesels, we know that, and he doesn't do parts. Andrew Buttigieg says hello to Cheesy. Barry Shitpeas, I love the song. May it continue. Tinkering with my car today. Weather's good for once. Well, they call him Barry Shitpeas because he shits peas. They call him Barry Shitpeas because he shits peas. On a Saturday he messes with his car. On a Sunday he does the same. On Monday and Tuesday he goes back to shitting peas. They call him Barry Shitpeas because he shits a lot of peas. He has a propensity to shit lots of peas every single day. The song could go on, and so many different lyrics could be added into that to make it the most joyous thing you could ever imagine. And funnily enough, while I'm not with somebody else, I can sing stuff out like that without giggling. Maybe it's only funny when there are other people about. Hello, matey. Lord Richie, hey. Martin Hunt. Top of the afternoon to ya. Hello, Martin Hunt. Well, that's a good one, actually. While singing the Barry Shitpeas song, lots and lots of people have tuned out. So the conclusion must be that whilst that was going on, maybe there are people coming in and out all the time. As soon as they see a bearded man singing with a multicoloured car in the background, they think, oh, this isn't for me. And that wouldn't surprise me at all. I wondered why I have a red star, says Dinosaur Dad. Seems I've been a channel member for over a year. Yes, that's where you get a red star. And I'll take this moment to say thank you very much for being a channel member. For all of our channel members, all of them, every single one. There are a few of them that are very silent. They don't do commenting very often, but they always watch. And there are others who like to comment on all sorts of things as well. And I appreciate all of you. And remember, channel memberships are still available from 99p if you want the cheaper one. Hi Tom.
Hello.
Have you sorted?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you?
Yeah.
What, have you finished doing what you're doing?
No, I've got to solder it up. We were just talking about which pin went to which part of the ECU, so we've got like a tacho drive on the dash and stuff like that.
Right.
And a fuel pump that actually works.
People have been saying hello to you and saying that you sound like you should be in Happy Mondays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You northern git.
Northern gate.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? Have you been spitting in my tea?
Mm.
I bet you have. You've got proof though. We've got proof.
Proof, yeah. What is that dangling from there? See that? Oh, it's that.
Oh yeah, it's your
Yeah.
quick detail.
Yeah, no, it's just weird. It kind of
Without
distracted
the
me.
seat.
It just distracted me because it looked like some sort of a hovering alien ship above.
Oh yeah.
Well, it
Ready
does.
to abduct you.
It does there. Right, so there we go. I shall continue with reading out your lovely comments, even though Tom has now finished all of his. I guess that was the rather.
They can't slag me off now because I mean.
They can, and they will do. Who thinks Tom's a hairy git?
He's
Just
just
say-
jealous. He's just jealous.
Don't finger my beard.
What's happened? Have you singed this bit here?
But there's always a gap there. That's the trouble. I can't do like the proper beard like you can because it separates because of the gap and also because I keep fapping around with it all the time.
Twizzling it.
Yeah, the best way of growing a beard is by leaving it alone, isn't it? And not really wanting
I
it.
can confirm that, yeah.
Really? Can you? So you're not tempted to play with your beard?
When
you drive?
I
you
do
play
like
with your
going like that with it, yeah. Folding it over and
Folding
that.
it over, yeah.
Seeing how far I can get up with it.
Yeah. But I sort of twizzle little bits. I end up twizzling little bits all over the place. But it takes two hands for that, so don't do that bit whilst I'm driving. But you never see a man.
You just drive with your knees anyway.
You never
I've seen.
you never see a man driving without messing with his beard.
Yeah, yeah.
So who fancies another cup of tea? Me. That's who.
What is it like? See how many you can drink in a certain amount of time.
No, there's no competitive element to it. It's just if I want a cup of tea, I just have one. And that's the best thing about doing a live stream stood here, is I can do exactly that. But the only downside is it makes people want to go wee-wee once a while.
So, what's the most cups of tea you've drunk in a day?
Oh, about 80.
80? Flipping it.
Do you believe that?
No.
How could you possibly drink 80?
I reckon you could.
But
You'd be very hydrated.
yeah, but all the tannin would make you thirsty. That's the trouble with it. It just the thing with tea is it makes you want another one. For
It's
exactly
like
that.
crack.
Crack tea.
You just said it makes you want another one, so you're saying they're addictive.
Right.
So,
Well, you said they're addictive.
well, if you want another one and another one, then
Yeah.
it's addictive then, isn't it?
Yeah, but you mentioned the word crack, not me. It's unusual.
Don't try crack at home. Then we'll have to do a disclaimer on that one, won't we?
Well, you'll have to.
Yeah, don't try crack.
Yeah. I'm going to get demonetised already for mentioning the word crack, aren't I?
Well, it could have been any type of crack. It could have been butt crack.
Your nose is
flipping-
dribbling.
Yeah, it's winter, innit?
Is
Does
it?
that?
I thought it was hay fever that did it.
Yeah, both really. I've just got a dribbling.
Let's see who else is chatting away to us then anyway. 42 watching. And, oh right, Chris Mahoney. When the Scots come to Blackpool, they always go back. Boomerang.
Cheers, Chris.
Well, no, he's not talking about you.
No, just cheers for the input. innit?
All right, okay. Boomerang is a weapon. Mustard helicopters his.
Yeah, he does do that actually.
What?
Helicopter's your weapon.
Oh!
He's definitely getting demonetised now.
Trust you to get that joke straight away. Name me, says Steve Berry in the caravan. Forgotten cars on Mustard and Boaty's lunches. Well, Steve has been invited to do a lunch video with us, and he did say yes. When it will happen, or whether it will happen, I don't really know. But the opportunity is there, and it will hopefully happen one day. What is that stuck on the ceiling? All right, oh cool.
It's quick detail.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've done that one already, actually. Dinosaur Dad says, Steve Berry and Boaty in a lift. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. We're
What is
imagining.
like music in the lift? You know, like when you're going up in a lift back in the old days and they had music playing in it.
Yeah, well, Boaty would
But
sing
just
along
them
to it.
two talking.
Well, it wouldn't be them two. It'd be Steve talking and Boaty singing along.
Oh, right.
That would, that's what would happen. It would be an interesting thing, though, wouldn't it?
And I don't think they'd be able to get a word in, would they?
4-hour special. Oh, I don't know about that. Andrew Buttigieg, yes, Mustard. Boomerangs were used mainly for hunting, and the funniest scene in Mad Max 2 was the fingers being sliced off with a boomerang, and that's what I was referring to.
Is that the Mel Gibson Mad Max? Yeah.
It is, yeah. Well, oh yeah, because they did one years later. They didn't have Mel
Weren't it with
Gibson.
Tom Hardy?
I don't know.
I'm
They
not
just do
too sure.
remakes and spoilers.
Yeah,
don't
they just say with music and everything, isn't it?
Was it?
No, I mean that's all they do now. They don't
Oh,
make
right,
their
yeah.
own music anymore. It's
Yeah.
all
Oh, so
remakes of old songs.
we want something. We want to produce something, but we haven't got an idea. So, well, we'll just use somebody else's. Oh yeah, of course. That's the way of the world today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Carl, it's Russia A50. Likely to explode. Stephen Collishaw's retracted his message for some reason, but then, yikes, and then he's come back with another you stood right behind me. I almost knocked your phone out your bloody hand then. Tell them what you like, mate. I shall certainly venture up soon and bring the sausages. Right, okay, well then I will do. Steve Collishaw is the man who bought the MG ZS from me and Mustard.
Who's that?
Steve.
Oh, Steve, or the legend.
Steve or the legend.
The legend.
And of course, Tom has many a thing to do with Steve, because the engine for this particular car that he's doing all this work on is at Steve's place now. Because Steve is
the welding god.
He's the welding god, yeah.
There's nothing that man can't weld.
Whereas Allegro man is a welder for a living, Steve has a really big business employing lots of people doing welding on an industrial scale. And he came here once and showed me a bit, didn't he? Oh yeah, we're here. He's never been here without you being here.
That's not that we've just like our paths have crossed every time, haven't they? It's not like. But no, Steve is the man. He never stops. He's just a grafter. Steve, he's a legend.
Yeah, a bit like you.
Yeah, really.
That's why you've got a beard. It's not because you want one. It's just you simply
I've
don't
not
have
got the time.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too busy. That's why your hands are messy, isn't it? Because you've not got time to clean it up.
Why have you just got an onion there, Paul?
Well, it's there because I showed it to my audience a few days back. That onion is
older than you.
Well, no, it's not actually. What it's made of might be. But no, it's been. It was in one of those drawers for over a year.
What, you've just pulled it out and it's the same?
Yeah, feel it. You couldn't really use that onion, but now it makes a decoration instead. It's a dried onion. Don't break it. Don't break it. That's my onion.
It's sentimental to you, yeah.
Well, look,
Why don't you eat it?
I don't want to eat it. It would spoil it.
But that might be like, like you've got cheese that's aged for that long. That might be like that. But
no, it won't. It'll be just dry. That onion is not going to rot because it's just dried out. So it's now an ornament, just like that car there. And like the oil filter. It's become an oil filter because I haven't fitted it on Nigel yet. Allegro man is great. So is this Rover. Have you seen the Allegro man new Rover?
I have seen that actually. He does do a good job of
he does, yeah.
polishing them up, doesn't he?
He does it well. Well, actually, that's one he's not needing to do any welding on.
I know, that's what
So that's a shame, isn't it?
You need people like that though, don't you, to keep the Rover community alive.
Exactly, yeah. I shall be...
I know you can't save them all, but he's slowly trying to save...
If we had enough Allegro men, you could save them all.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
And then we'd have a whole UK full of Rovers that nobody wanted to buy because there weren't enough people that wanted them, and they'd just be seen as junk.
Well, I saw a thing that the MG ZR back in the early 2000s was the most sold hot hatch in the UK until they brought the Mini Cooper out.
Yes, and there's a reason for that, because it was actually quite good.
Yeah, and they put low CC engines in them so younger people could get insured on them as well.
Yeah, so which would then knock up the insurance as they inevitably got crashed. That was the beauty of the 1.4. It had the power, but the small capacity and the high insurance bill after a while. Let's see what else is here. Dinosaur Dad, did you and Tom call each other or decide was the colour of the day?
Oh, I think it's because of your sunflower top.
Oh, orange, decide. Oh, right, I see, yeah.
Your sunflower top.
I'm already struggling with that. What I find is that when I start reading comments, that starts off okay, and then as I get into about an hour, normally I can't really focus on it too well.
General Cheeseburger's telling you there that orange doesn't go with your hair.
It does, because my hair reflects it. Luke Humphreys, what? Isaac Hunt, I live in Sweden and can get PG tips here. Oh, that's fortunate, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, good man.
Yeah. What kind? Yeah, I'll give you a tip. Oh, look, Too Many Cars. Steve is here. Hi, Paul. Nigel's hatch is all sorted, almost. There are a couple of glitches to deal with, but at least it's on, and it fits better than it used to. It fits better than the original hatch did, which is something.
Someone's saying you need glasses though.
I do need glasses. Everybody knows I need glasses, even me, and I never, you know, I've avoided it for so long. You need glasses, Muck, right? I should have bought 300 quid in stocks. There's no need to shout about it.
Steve texted me saying I need to get my ass in gear on the car. He must be watching.
He is watching. He is watching.
Is he?
What are you on about? He just left a comment there, and I said,
Steve, you are right. I do need to get back to doing a bit of soldering.
right, you do that, then I'll make a cup of tea that you won't drink.
No, well, I've just drunk mine.
Well, I'll drink mine. Well, do you want another one then?
Yeah, well, mine one, yeah.
Right, well, I'll do that in a minute then. When he gets his arse back into gear.
Yeah, when I put a rocket up my
Basically
ass.
say, look, Tom, get back out there and do what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that I came to do.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Tom. Well, no, it's his own choice and he likes doing it. I have mentioned before, he's a bit like a dog. He just loves being outside, getting all grotty. And, finally it's happened. I'm almost running out of tea bags. What a disaster. It's taken a while from my 540 tea bags that I had a few months back to about 8 left now. What a time for a live stream. Can't see you. I'm playing mini golf in the nuclear bunker with no mobile reception, says Mighty Cats Mods. Well, I apologise for that. Hey, I just do a live stream when I feel like doing it. Turbo Tom, he's great. Oh, he's gone. He's gone off down to his great van to do some great things, so yeah, he's great, alright. This message was held for review. Oh dear. Beard chat, fascinating, says Dino Dad. Does Turbo Nom know Diesel Dick? Another moderator has handled this. That happens every time. I need somebody to help with these live streams. I mean, right, Crow Brocor. What kind of trap house is this? It's not a house, it's a lockup. Who would think that this was being filmed from a house when there's a car right behind me and a metal roof? What maybe no, really. I don't know. Probably thought you 300 quid in stock. Yeah, well, look, I'm hoping that part of the appeal, part of the charm even, of me reading your comments out, is that I will read them ever so slightly incorrectly. I don't make my own mind up about what you're telling me. So you can say what you like, I'll just read it out the way I see it. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. Who cares? It looks like nobody. Let's have a cup of tea, let's have another cup of tea. Another cup of tea for me and thee. Cup of tea, another cup of tea. I need to go, guys. See you soon. Thanks, Captain Mustard, says Cheeseburger. Say purple burglar alarm, asks Crow. I'm not going to say purple burglar alarm. No. That may be a request, but I'm not going to say it. What are you doing?
Just dipping my...
It's got to be
Just
emptied
dipping
anyway.
my communal sponge.
If you want, all you've got to do is just ask for like a pot with some water in it.
Who knows what is in that pot?
What would you say is in that pot?
Something very questionable.
Well, I mean, it might look like wee and chewing gum, but it's not. It's just water, washing up liquid, and a bit of clay bar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You daft bugger. Put your pants up. Hello, Barry Shitpiece. Hello, Turbo Tom and Tom's beard. Isaac Hunt. I'm Brian, and so's my wife's. Crow's laughing at something. Name the film, says Isaac Hunt. Is that in reference to that? Oh, isn't that isn't that a Monty Python film? I mean, I recognise the line, but I've watched all the Monty Python films that they're quite a long time ago, so I don't remember everything. Bye. Great to see you in here, Cheeseburger. Have a great weekend, says Andrew. Madeline Windelli. Madeline Windelli is here. Hello, Madeline Windelli. And a very polite hi. No requests. No asking me to say something stupid. Just reading your name out. Twixie Matt. That V's in the wrong place, surely. Twixie, I just call you Twixie, and you say hello. Yeah. Hello. Battle of the Beards, says Isaac, and yeah, when you are in close proximity to a man with a beard, when you have one yourself, there is there's like a force that kind of pulls the beards together, and if they make contact, you're going to get stuck. So if you have a beard or think you may have a beard, make sure you don't stand too close to somebody else who you know has a beard. All right. Raven. Air conditioning is just domesticated wind when you think about it. Well, if you think about it, you could say that, but it's not, is it? Because air conditioning is in fact air that's being moved around, but it's having the heat extracted from it to make it colder. That's how aircon works. Heat extraction. So let's have no more talk about it just being commercialized or domesticized wind, because there's a bit more to it than that. Somebody had a good idea when they thought of air conditioning, and do you know what that idea was? Well, it was actually dehumidification. That was the idea. Getting rid of moisture in the air, and it just turned out that it also made it colder as well. That's scratch and dent. Can I ask, is it hard to make a living doing what you do, and how you make money? It is hard to make a living doing it. It's hard, and it just well, the thing is, I like trying to make a living out of it, and it's kind of on its way. That's the point. And are you talking about the YouTube thing or messing about with cars? Because the messing about with cars thing is hard enough to make a living from. The YouTube thing, for me, it's easier to make a living out of it, as long as you just keep doing it. But I'm not making a living yet because I haven't got quite enough people. And that's where, of course, that is indeed where, if all of you lovely people that think I deserve to make a living out of it, you know what? You should become people who like my live stream. Shamelessly going to say it. Likes, comments, shares, all that kind of bollocks all helps. USA. Name a car for an edit. Mustard's house is a flat pit. Oh, a flea pit. It's not. I don't live here. Name a car for an edit. Right, there's quite a lot of that. You wipe your feet on the way out. Name a car for an edit. An awful lot of saying exactly the same thing. Name a car for an edit. What do you even mean, name a car for an edit? I'm going to say that that's almost spammy. So I don't want to think that. I'd prefer you to just stop saying exactly that thing. Oh. Fuck you. Right, okay. How long is it going to carry on? If he's not stopped already, I'm going to have to get rid of him, aren't I? Millie is here and she says hello. And do you speak Persian? Asks Abolfsky. No, I don't. Hello, Mustard. Hi, everyone, says Hooked on Classics. And hello from me. Thank you for joining us, Simone. It's Simone. Message held for review. Oh yeah, it's one from the chap asking, or chap, lady, whatever, asking if I speak Persian, which I don't. And therefore I can't read it. And because I can't read it, right. This message is held for review. It's not in English, so it could be saying absolutely anything. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a load of squiggly text, and that sounds a bit rude me saying that, but I don't know what it means, and I can't possibly click showing it, just in case somebody else knows what it means, and it's something rather rude. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, HW100, hello mustard. I blocked that user for spamming, says Hooked on Classics. Dinosaur Dad, did you enjoy Tasty Classics? Dawson Squad, Trump or Biden? I don't care. That's American politics. I'm not interested in American politics at all. But I would say that Trump's funny, at least. I mean, he's... Oh, we got another one doing this. Right. How do you get rid of people who do stuff like that? Hang on, I've got to make sure I'm not... right, remove. Okay. Oh, hang on. This is faffing around now. Hide user from this channel. Right, okay, there we go. Oh, don't you start as well, you daft lanky git. Right, this is what's annoying when people do spam like that, and where having a moderator on board that's actually here would be quite useful, because they could just deal with that and get rid of it, whereas I'm trying to get rid of it and getting myself confused and worrying that I've actually blocked somebody else instead. Markety Pilar Rice is here, and he says, "You, my wife ran off with the best friend." Oh, I do miss him. Black Books is here. Hello, Black Books. And I'll lock loads and loads of... well, that was loud. Scratch and Dent. Would you ever shave your beard off for charity? This guy has skid marks in his boxer shorts, says Corn Pop. Well, that's a... What a rather interesting bit of information that is. I'm not sending you any more of my boxer shorts if you're going to start telling people about it. Boaty's World, name a car for an edit. Right, okay. Don't be angry. Boaty, not you as well, says, right. Right, Corn Pop says it makes you look more homosexual than you already are. Nothing can make me look any more homosexual than I already am. Corn Pop. Come on, you have to do better than that. Yo Muddy Funsters, says Boaty's World. He's not said that for a while, actually. Muddy Funsters. Oh, it's starting to be a bit nippy here, actually. Is it because it's Friday night in the US? Is it Friday night still? No, it can't be, can it? Brian, do you want some Asian boy? Yeah, all right, why not? And Tara Henry, fart. Excellent. Can you imagine how big the poops are this guy takes part? I can imagine. I'd witness them all every day. You know, I know all about my kind of poops. Well, hello, Boaty. Sharting is the worst. Oh no, he's got rid of that message. Oh, that's a shame. Where's the fence at Unk? Says David Omar. Where's the fence? I don't understand that. That's one of those. Sometimes, maybe I presume younger people, they try and they can't quite get to grips with the actual language, so they just make their own up. That'll do instead. And that looks to me like that kind of thing. And well, I congratulate you on trying to make yourself understood, but it didn't really work. But well done anyway. And somebody's laughing there with that kitty. Kill the Batman 87. Kill the Batman 87. That's quite a good name. I like that. I really like this guy. This guy has got a sense of humour, says Corn Pop. Well, thank you very much. And you know what you can do about that? You can join in more live streams. Thanks for admitting it. Oh, by the way, you know, there are videos you can watch as well. And Isaac Hunt, how much you got in the bank, mofo? Isaac, my bank account is kind of dragging its arse every day. I get some money in and it goes straight back out on a bill or to pay for something. So no, at the moment I don't even know. I don't even look. I don't look when you don't open up your banking account. Or does anybody else do this where you open up your banking account and you kind of squint as you do it? It's like you're going to see it. You're going to see it anyway, but you just don't really want to see it, and you're hiding your eyes away like watching a horror film. That's it. That's it. My banking is a horror film in digital. Scary, eh? Over or under 100k? Well under. Fent is short for fentanyl. Fentanyl. What's that? Fentanyl. Is that? Sounds like some sort of prescription drug to me. Afternoon Mustard says Black Lines. Afternoon and everyone else in. Oh, Black Lines. Oh, thank you for becoming a. Hang on. I can't remember whether he was a channel member or not. Oh, my thing's gone floppy. Shite. Well, you don't want to see me all floppy, do you? Let's try and rigid that thing up a bit more. Thank you. Thank you. And then rotate it ever so slightly so you're looking at me rather than the car. Tom's on the chat again. Just subscribe, dude, says Porn Cop. Thank you. Does that mean you have just subscribed? And if you have, thank you very much. Keep it up. Keep it up. Boaty's World, I've made a mistake. I pull out all my handkerchiefs in the laundry but forgot to keep one for use. Schoolboy error. I'm looking forward to lunch though. Did JC go out? No? Oh, right, no, it's not being collected till much later on today. I've got to do that thing again where I've got to annoy the missus and family by coming back to work again. Just like I did last night. I didn't even leave here till about 9 o'clock last night. Anyway, right, so looking forward to lunch. Yeah, me too. We've got a lovely day to plan, haven't we? But it's a secret. It's a secret. But Boaty and I are going on a trip on Monday, which you'll find out about on Tuesday. Can we get a tour of your home, says Killing Batman 87. Well, no, and this isn't my home. I don't live here. I could give you a tour of the yard ever so slightly in a minute. In fact, I will do, because don't tell them Pike. I will do in a second, because there seems to be quite a few people here today who I don't actually know, and I may as well give you a little tour. So in my lockup here, that's where this would have been working better. In the lockup is my car called Nigel, and it is a lockup, and it is a car, and it is actually called Nigel. We walk out here, we can see that it is actually a lockup and not a strange house. There's another rover there, and a man called Tom working on said rover. And next door is a garage. There we have a Land Rover Freelander that has typical Land Rover Freelander issues. As we walk along the grounds of the lockup, we can see there are other vehicles and buildings, of which many don't belong to me. But what does, they're on fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is that one? That's
with a rover suit chasing them down.
Oh yeah, imagine that. cars everywhere, Rover cars everywhere, and a
Why
lockup.
are all the doors open? on
Why are
that?
you following me?
Seeing what you do. Why are you going to bog with your live stream?
No, I was just at the bottom. There is a caravan, and I don't live in the caravan. That is our sales office for the cars, where Boaty's World and I are trying to sell cars, and that was his idea of having a caravan. But the fact is that unless he's here, it didn't get used, because I think it's more comfortable actually being somewhere else. There are a variety of cars. Some work, some don't. In fact, at the moment, most of them don't. But right over at the other end of the yard is something rather interesting and exciting to see that's not been seen for a very long time. And that is space. Space where some cars used to be, but they're not now. And if you're new to the channel, then that won't mean anything to you. Fred the Shed. That's the car, Fred the Shed. I'm going to walk back now and go and put this back on the stand. Because I'm old enough to be in a situation where just walking and talking is enough to get me out of breath, and that's quite embarrassing. And I have a lot of comments to carry on reading. I'm going to continue this live stream. So there we go. I hope that was as exciting as you was expecting. Oh, hang on. Try and get this on here without dropping it. Right. There. Brilliant, eh? Where was I up to? Let's... Right, okay, that's where we got to there, I think. Did anyone notice that weird bright light in the sky this morning? Was that not just the sun? I certainly didn't anyway, so let's hope it was just the sun and not some sort of thing coming from a different universe. And believe it or not, there is supposed to be things as different universes as well as different galaxies. I mean, you can't just have one infinite universe. You've got to have an infinite number of those as well. Calls. Calais is good for cure. That brings go flop. Oh, that's confusing. You have to forgive me for this corn pop, but as previously noticed by many of the people, I'm struggling to read small writing, and my reading glasses make it too big. I have to get too close. So there we go. What are you doing? Says Joseph. What are you doing? I feel like that's a tell-off. Like, put it down. Stop being naughty. Is that the kind of tell-off I was getting just then? Boaty, that's a posh schoolboy error. Forgetting your PE and doing gym in underpants is plimsolls. You're right by that. Yeah. I mean, most folk like me, you don't have hankies, you just use tissue, don't you? And fair enough that, you can't reuse them, but do you really want to do? It's another thing you've got to put in the washing machine when you can have something like this elephant's toilet roll hung up there, which in the lockup is great for all manner of spillages and nose runny things. Someone's painted the sky blue. Crikey, it's not raining. And wow, that car looks good, says Joseph. Thank you. Yeah, actually, the amazing thing is the sun is out today. And it's been out so far. Oh, bang on. That damn bollocks. That's exactly what you meant, wasn't it? The sun's out. Yes. Seeing what you are doing. What's your fave car from the United States? Well, killed Batman. I'm not really a fan of American cars. I mean, I like some of the old 60s and 70s stuff, probably more the 60s stuff, which would be completely unobtainable. So it's pointless really liking them. But I like some of the old station wagons, the really proper big full-size things. But I don't really know anything about them. I never see the occasional American car show here. They don't drive them on the roads here. For one thing, they're a bit too big for everyday use. Although, having said that, cars in the UK and everywhere else around the world have got much bigger over the years anyway. But you'd think that they've caught up, and that cars now, big cars now, are as big as big cars in the past, but actually they're not. When you see one of these proper big old American things, it still looks huge. Starting car. Do you sell cars to people in the US? Serious question. No, because I'm not in the US, I am in England. And I sell cars to people in England when I have one to sell and they want to buy it from me. The rest of the time, I don't really get the opportunity to. I've never even been to America, though I'd quite like to one day. How cold is it at the yard? Asks Simone. It is very, very cold actually. But I mean, I would say it's about 4 or 5 degrees. So it's okay as long as you're moving around and being like I am. But you're still in the cold digits. Simpson Sky. Simpson Sky, what does that mean? Oh yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. That's the that's the kind of sky that will make a good time lapse. Although I can't do it whilst doing a live stream, so we'll never find out. If you do sell cars, how do we get hold of you? I am looking for a few Land Rovers to import to the United States. Right, well, the only Land Rover that I have here is that silver one out there, which is a Freelander. I don't know how you really go about importing them. In fact, yeah, I've got no idea. I don't know what you do about that. I've never imported a car. Damien Raj is here and says hello. Name me -1 problem when chat gets popular. Spam comes out to visit. Yep. Wolf Studio. Hello, nice car. Ellie Pearson. Shout me out, please. Hello, Ellie Pearson. Please. Yeah, the best way to comment is to leave it in big letters like this. Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? But in many ways, it's actually easy just to read the not capital letters. Skick is here. Welcome, Skick. As always, good to see you. Good to have you here anyway. One day we'll meet. J. Say uwu, please. Emma Turuno. Exactly, Dino Dad. Killing Batman says, you don't like American muscle? Like the Mustang Shelby, my dream car. What's your dream car? Well, I do like them, but I don't aspire to have one. The proper American muscle's the stuff they do these days, isn't it? With the superchargers and stuff. I like them. I do like them. But it would be a very, very bad idea to own one in this country, as I've said, because for one thing, we lack space on the roads here, and I'm talking about the width of the road and also the amount of road that there is available without being in a traffic jam, and the amount of fuel they glug the way through would be horrendous. Now, just up here, there's a road called Wild House Lane, and I remember that's about a mile long, but I remember going back 30 years, somebody who I knew somebody who had a Trans Am, the 5.7 litre, and he said it would cost him about £5 in petrol just to go up and down that road. So about £5 sterling, whatever that happens to be in American dollars, not entirely sure because I'm not up on the exchange rate. 30 years ago to drive about 2 miles. That's too much. Way too much. Especially these days. What would it cost now? Probably about £20, or what could be 18 or 25 US dollars. I don't know. I'm not even going to try and figure it out. Like being a butty van today, the amount of spam being served says name me. Miguel Solano, hi, Hooked on Classics, hello Skick, as Rob Ali, Nigella Project Manager, name me, more spam than a Scottish school dinner. that's good. Mustard dollars. Imagine that, mustard dollars. Top chat, live chat. Let's see if there's anything changed there or not. And there is. So no dream car. Well, I wouldn't say that. It's just that my dream car would be, I suppose, when you say a dream car, you don't take into account how much it's going to cost to run, or to you don't take into account how much it's going to run or cost in the first place to buy. But even so, I don't think an American car would be in a dream car for me anyway. Believe it or not, that's my dream car there. My multicoloured dream workshop of a thing. I'm a rather humble man when it comes to it. I would like... I've liked cars for years, but I just can't really think about something that I want more than what I already have, which might sound a bit alien, but nothing is really that exciting. I like some Jags. I mean, maybe what I would like would be a Bentley, but not one of the new ones because they're bloody ugly. But an old one, maybe one that's about 30 years old. That would be possibly my dream car. They used to make cars look a lot better than they do now. In actual fact, what we find that the only way to make a car these days that stands out is to make it a bit ugly in the first place, with the exception of the Vauxhall Adam. Now that is a car I'll actually find quite cute. Right, yes, sorry Skick, yeah, I missed a couple of comments here, but yeah, a V70, of course, a Volvo V70. Come to think of it, there are a lot of cars I would really like, but they're not necessarily dream cars. But I do want a Volvo V70. Or a Saab 9.5. The trouble is, I don't necessarily want any of these cars more than each other, and I don't want them more than the one I have, and so that does make it a bit awkward. If you was to say to me, you can have the dream car, but you've got to get rid of what you have, then that really would leave me a bit stuck. Probably going to finish up quite soon because I'm getting a bit too cold to be stood here, to be honest. Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh, right. So, Mama Loogie 99, you accent is cool. Well, Mama, maybe I would imagine that you are. When people say your accent is cool, they're usually from America. So I'm going to assume that you are from America. And I tell you what, let's, at least if we're coming to a close with this, if you're new to the live stream, please put in the comments now where you actually are, because I'm interested, and I'd like you to come back and, you know, we can have more of a live stream stuff together. Ali Arasob, ask Rob Ali. This guy is cool. Always watch when he's like, all right, thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm mispronouncing your name. Andrew Buttygig, I was watching Boaty's latest video with you. That was a gate then. You, John and Joe driving for lunch. When you spotted a funny number plate, can you remember what it was? No, I can't. No, it was a funny shape, that's all. It was a funny shape. I'm Yeah, Boaty just did something rather over the top. The V70 would suit me, thank you. A bit of REM, what as in rapid eye movement. Andrew, I wondered the same. Oh, right, so yeah, because we never actually saw the number plate in the video, did we though? What's your thoughts on Tesla? Says killing Batman. I don't think electric cars are the future. That's simply it. And I thought they've done something rather exciting and amazing with these unbelievably high-powered electric cars. It's just not going to work. That's really how I see it. Beggar, huh? I'm going to need my reading glasses for that one, if I can find them. This is a. Oh, hang on, did I put them in here? No. Right. I can't even find my reading glasses now. So I'm going to make an assumption of the name as Begachka. Begachka. Be careful with the humility and coloured dream things. Remember what happened to Joseph. Humility. Remember with humility and multicoloured things. Right, okay, fair enough. Well, I am careful. Very careful indeed. I fancy spam, egg and chips, says Steve Kulg. Okay, mate, take care, says Ask Rob. And does that mean you're going? It's cold. He's got a camp reincarnation of our Lord Jesus Christ. I'm American, says Kill Batman, which I thought he might be. As Rob Alley is in Milton Keynes. And Torsaders in South Korea. New York is Batman. New York State's not the city. Play Deli by the Spice Girl. Oh, no, not Spice Girls. Play Deli by Ice Spice, please, says Annalise Sebron. I've got no idea what that is, so I can't do. Are you suggesting that I can play it on my keyboard, which is actually right there in front of you, in front of me there? And not many people will have a keyboard in their lockup, but I do. It's just the way I am. Bishop Briggs. Oh, is that where you are? I'm from Lincolnshire, says Skick, but I have been staying in Wigan due to commitments. Oh, that's what I thought he was. What's up, mofo, says Isaac Hunt. And now we oh. Skick, have you asked for a Wigan kebab yet? What? That was a bit of a scary noise, wasn't it? A Wigan kebab. That's a pie in a bap, isn't it? Right then. Now then, I reckon it's time to end this rather... oh gosh, why did I say that now? As suddenly, what happens is I decide to end the live stream and then more people join in. And then I feel bad about it, and I feel like I'm missing the opportunity to gain some new lovely followers that may well find my channel worthwhile watching. So if you are new to this live stream and channel, but if you've got nothing to do, just go and watch some videos, because I've got loads of them. Oh yes, I've got loads and loads of them, as can be confirmed by my regular viewers. Some of them are worthwhile watching. And certainly if you like this kind of nonsense, but a little bit better organised and less off the cuff, then it might just be your kind of thing, and I encourage you to go and watch some of it. But for now, I think I will end and go and find something useful to do. So, thank you very much for all my regular people that have been here. And thank you very much for all the new people, except for those that have been a bit spammy. That's not necessary. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.